ComicGains! And if you're new to the show, I'm Adam.
I'm Zach, and this is Princess Aurora House, looking very lovely today, just like usual. Doing that princess wave, you do too. Bow down, respect, and of course, there's a Coco dog.
Oh, everybody's here today. And no technical difficulties. Good.
Yeah. Surprise! Probably because the princess is back.
Fresh start. I'm thinking fresh start.
She's our lucky charm.
All right, guys. Today is Wednesday, and we got an extra chill show for you today. It's Chill Wednesday, right?
Chill.
Yeah. Very light week in new books coming out. Oh, let me see if I can reach over. We've got a pretty decent sized stack, but some buns I'm excited to talk about, as well as Ultimate X-Men. What are we up to now? Issue number 5 came out today, so we did read that before the show, and we'll go over Ultimate X-Men with you guys. Just a heads up, there will be some spoilers in that because we're kind of giving you guys like a live rundown of the book and then like how we feel about it. And you know, I read a lot of comics, but I've challenged Zach and the Princess to read the Ultimate series with me, and they're doing a really good job. They've read all the books so far, so it's kind of nice to get their perspective on the characters.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and since it's like a weird alternate universe too, it's like a lot of questions that need to be answered, right?
Yes, a lot of questions. Questions. I got a question.
You know, when there's no questions,
when I get a drink.
When we get a drink.
I need a drink, as many drinks.
Because that happens every episode.
I'm just chugging drinks right before the show. So right now I got a Zero X, zero sugar electrolyte beverage. It's strawberry kiwi punch. I found it at a discount market. So it's.
Did they spell zero wrong?
Probably. That's why they send it to a
Zero.
discount market.
Zero with an S.
You always find some interesting stuff at discount markets, I'll tell you. Sometimes you find things you don't want to find, like lines.
Lines at the discount market? That's true.
Oh, wow. That's actually pretty good for that one.
There's 8 ions in there.
Oh, I love the ions. The ions hit.
I'm always trying to drink extra ions.
Yes, it hits the taste buds just right and have a little bit of a buttery flavor. I don't know what people say.
You know what else hits the taste buds just right?
Hanging out with us on Whatnot.
Yeah, every Saturday. Check the listing times. But Princess will be on this Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you missed her last week and you didn't get enough Princess, come check her out. It'll be 30-second auctions, $1 starts. Mystery pulls? Maybe. Stay updated for mystery pulls. You know, you don't have to stay updated on hanging out with us right now. No, I'm just kidding. But that's true. Andrew, welcome in, King of New Comic Book Day. First to the show.
Yeah,
how's it going, buddy? Always good to chat with you on Wednesday about the books we're reading together. Zero, how's it going?
Zero.
Wishing us a happy hump day.
Hump
I like that, hump day. Glenn, what is up, Glenn? Always good to see you. And appreciate you always coming out to hang out at Whatnot as well. Steve Sayer in the house. How's it going, Steve? A jeans day, a ripped jeans day, nonetheless. Gary B, how's it going? Our friend and the nicest guy on YouTube. How you doing, Gary? John Lowe, what's up? Says hi to ComicGains and to everybody else. And Psychedelic Comics. Like, how's it going, Psychedelic? I haven't seen you in a little bit. I feel like you're probably here though. You're probably here all the time. We miss you. But
Psychedelic.
Let's get into what we got going on. Nothing crazy this week. We did get a mixture of all types of books, some DC, some Marvel, you know, all kinds of good stuff. I did hear some word around the watering hole that DC may be coming out with their own Ultimate Universe. So I may be jumping into that mix when that comes on. We'll see how that goes, but I've heard some rumor that like Scott Snyder may be jumping back in.
Wow.
If they do, and then maybe calling it, I think, Absolute Universe, which is weird because they're doing the Absolute series right now, but I think they're going to call it like the Absolute DC Universe, which would be really cool. I think it's a good, you know, since Marvel's really successful with their Ultimate Universe, I think that would be a good idea.
It's going to be absolutely horrible.
What's up, Kenneth Bird? How's it going? Mighty Mike in the house. How you doing? DC has to calm down on that $5.99 price point. Totally agree. Yeah, their books are. I do like that their variants have much nicer paper. So if you are looking for like a collector's, just a cover, it stays a lot nicer. A lot of the Marvel books, their paper is really janky, but it is a lot cheaper price point. Agu lurking in the background.
Yeah,
How's it going, Agu? And Liger! Love me some Liger. Liger's on Whatnot too, guys. Always check out Liger whenever you can. Good dude. Excellent dude. Other big news too, if you guys didn't see, Captain America 4 got its preview. Did everyone get to see that now? Did you watch that, Zach?
I might not have.
That one looked promising. Looked good. I'm a little wary about the Agatha show that they're doing like a horror TV show that's PG. They're like, oh, don't worry, it's gonna be daring. It's PG, and like should be PG-13 at least. I don't even be worried about PG-13. Should be R.
Isn't it supposed to be like a horror show? And how is it going to be a horror show when it's PG?
I don't know. I think it's more gonna be like a second, like a sequel to WandaVision too. It's kind of like where that's coming off at. So, some exciting news coming up. I do think the Cap 4 looked pretty good. So we'll see where that's leading in.
What's up?
Well, can you turn up the volume, please, so everybody else can hear? Oh, here, please. Wait. We can't control your volume. Is the volume not working very well? Everyone else having okay with the volume? Mighty Mike? Oh. What did Agu say? What did he miss? Oh. I missed it. Oh, Gary, the pricing me out. Oh, yeah. DC. Let us know if the volume's good for everybody else, though. Sorry about that. Sorry, Kenneth.
Mike says thumbs up. I mean, we could try to talk louder, but, or try to get a mic. Maybe we should get a mic.
My bad, Kenneth. Yeah. But that's the news updates. Let's jump right into the books, right?
Okay.
Okay. All right, we're good. We're good.
Sorry.
No.
Wonder if I think I added captions for the after. Anyways, doesn't matter.
You are again. Okay, you want to jump into the books?
Yes.
Jump right in. All right, kicking off, we got Dracula in no particular order, guys. Dracula issue number 3 of 3, the final book of the Blood Hunt Dracula saga. So, that covers on this have been pretty good. They're almost a little more painted type cover, but I've enjoyed this tie-in, one of the best ones so far of all of the tie-ins for Blood Hunt. Dracula's been directly connected to the main story, so it's not really doing like its own like thing off into nowhere's land like most of the books have been. So this has been really good, and not having a lot of stuff to do with Brielle bloodline before, I'm really enjoying this character a lot more. So I may, even if she gets another solo book after this, I may pick that up and just so I learn more about Brielle. So this book she is still struggling, I think, about having to be the one that needs to kill her father. So, and so far, Dracula has been kind of trying to be her mentor, but she doesn't want him to be her mentor. And I think by the end of this issue, he will be officially like her mentor, and they're gonna be on their way to kill Blade.
You know, you never have to kill your father. You just send him into a bad home if you.
Luke
act
did.
it up. Yeah.
Luke did.
No, you don't. He never killed his father. Well, he just took off his mask and he's like.
He died. He got him.
Oh, not
Milt,
directly.
what's up, Milt? How's it going?
He died of old age and bad lungs.
Good. Actually, a very fun book so far. Blood Hunters issue number 4 came out. I do recommend these ones if you guys like short stories. They have not really been that connected to Blood Hunt other than vampires in it, but it's 3 short stories, and it's always about the 3 characters that are on the front. So this one's going to be Hollow's Eve, Silver Surfer, and Satana with an S. Satana. But did she always have horns?
Yeah, she's always had
Okay,
horns.
she still has horns, in case she didn't have horns before. She got them now.
Pretty sure she had horns.
But it'll be one short story about each of them and something that they have to do with blood and vampires. And the last one was really weird, really good. There was a cow on the cover. Remember that weird cow?
Yeah.
So there was like this sort of like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac type story where this guy like goes to this farm and he's like, and he's, I'm gonna go work on this farm, and the person that runs it is this vampire cow, and like eats people, and he has to bring someone every night to the cow so that the cow will like eat them, and he doesn't really know what happens if he doesn't bring the cow, but he knows if he brings somebody to him that he doesn't get killed. So like one night he decides like not to bring it just to see what happened, and the cow kills him. I remember that's how it goes. I was like, what's happening? Oh. Naruto, little bit. What's up, Doc J? Little bit. It's my summer Naruto hair. should have been Naruto for for Halloween, but
Naruto.
I have been enjoying Blood Hunters, you know. So, and it's going to be leading into that new Miles, hopefully ongoing vampire series with Miles and the ladies, Elsa and whatnot.
So
White
having
Widow.
all kind of ladies.
Yeah, I don't know how the Blood Hunt books all got put together, but Amazing Spider-Man Blood Hunt issue number 3 of 3. We're coming to the end, guys. Last book in this run. Big mixture of characters in this one. You've got Spider-Man, Colleen Wing, Misty Knight. You got the Beyond Corporation, as well as Lizard and Morbius, all mixing it up. Coming to a head, and we'll see how this one ends.
Mm-hmm.
This one's been okay. It's kind of fun to see like this good version of Lizard hanging out with them, I guess. And
a better version.
I can never get enough Misty Knight and Colleen Wing, so
they're nice.
Yeah,
pretty nice.
Nothing too important on this one. Yeah. Johnny Robinson, what's up? Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. The Walking Dead Deluxe issue number 93. We're really close to 100 on this one, guys. Brand new story arc. This is called A Larger World Part 1. So at the end of the last issue, we got to meet Jesus.
Oh.
He's the long-haired guy with like the beanie on, who's like actually a pretty good fighter without having any weapons.
Ooh.
He's able to take on like Michonne and somebody else one-on-one without weapons, and they had weapons, so it's pretty good. Abraham, yeah, Michonne and Abraham together.
Oh wow!
And he tells them that he lives in another like city, and lets them know like, hey, we trade with like 3 other cities, and that's kind of when they learn that they're like not the last people on Earth, you know.
It's hiding me.
Obviously, a larger world.
Ah, a brave new world.
Hence the title. These ones I've been getting are, I think I pretty much always get the variant cover, which is actually the original cover. So I think David Finch draws the regular cover. Princess quite the 6-pack. All right. So yeah, good stuff. As you guys know, I never read Walking Dead when it first came out, but I'm reading the deluxe one, and I'm read all 93 issues so far.
Oh, nice.
So we'll see how it goes all the way to the end. Steph, I'm not reading. We got Superman issue 16 came out this week. Simon Williamson and Jamal Campbell, I think, are the ones who do the interior. This cover, however, is done by Lobos.
Lobos.
Mm-hmm.
No, Lobo.
Lobos. Villa Lobos.
Lobos.
And a nice Zatanna cover.
That
so
side.
I don't know if Zatanna is in this book or not, but she's on the cover. Nonetheless. Mm-hmm. Going to extra gym days. Picking up those extra gym days.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Making her blush. She might talk behind the book. Superman has been great. I've heard really good things, Andrew, about DC's books lately, especially World's Finest is supposed to be amazing. It's going to be a double Zatanna day. I didn't know what number. Was this actually Zatanna, or is this Superman again?
Is it Zatanna?
Oh, this is also Superman 16. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Superman 16, because if you can't get one, you got to get them both. Robo Smith, what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. This is a Nathan Zerdy cover of Zatanna, also Superman 6. I believe.
Was saying that they thought there was a Zerdy variant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There is.
Yeah. Oh, Matthew, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of good lady covers books this week. I may have to switch that one around, but we got Catwoman issue number 67, 9 Lives, Part 9, Dawn of the DC. Can't believe Catwoman's made it to 67 issues. That's pretty crazy. I didn't realize, I'm not reading this issue, so I can't give you guys too much background. I think Princess really enjoyed the cover. Maybe she'll read the inside of this one. I didn't realize there was like is there 2 Catwomans now? There is 2 Catwomans.
Well, there's a cat girl.
There's that one, but look, I think there's like there's like an Asian Catwoman now, right?
There's always been an Asian Catwoman.
Who?
Oh wait, no. Maybe there was 2 Catwomans.
I think there is 2 Catwomen. There is 2.
Yeah, I think she came out.
DNA covers are fire, totally. Yeah,
2001?
very, very good. And goes right along with it, Catwoman 67. There's a nice
Ratchalin.
cover. Good job, Zach.
See, I drink and I know things.
Mm-hmm. I like the yellow background on that one too.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, Racha has a very distinct art form that does really well. It adds in a lot of extra little things that go along with it. But Andrew says he's really enjoying Catwoman. Yeah, I've heard good things about that as well, especially if it's if it's made it this long, that many issues, kind of like the Poison Ivy book. So Poison Ivy. We've got Laura Kinney, the Wolverine, issue number 1. This is also a Blood Hunt one-shot.
I do like that.
Yeah. It's the variant cover. It's a Peach Momoko cover. I don't know who's actually did this book regularly for them, but I like the variant cover much better than the regular cover A. But I'm sure it's going to be X-23 just killing vampires. So
yeah.
That's what all of them have been so far. So X-23 killing vampires. It's probably cool. One book. I'll give it a read. I actually haven't, in my experience, have not read that much Laura Kinney. So
yeah. Back to DNA real quick. It's like DNA whipping out so many covers that he might catch a charge. Just whipping out everywhere. Making that joke. But he needs to slow down.
DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that he's doing cover. He's doing cover A's though. They're not having him do like the variant covers, so that's kind of cool. And Dynamite's got him locked into all their like specialty books. So. Thank you, Robo. Says he enjoys hearing us talking about comics. Thank you. And Steve said he picked up Destro 2 and it was amazing. So that's cool. One of the G.I. Joe Energon Universe books.
Yeah.
So far they have not done a G.I. Joe
Void
one.
Rivals. Yeah.
This I wasn't sure about getting, and then I saw who's writing it, so I'm definitely on board to at least check out the first couple issues. We got Namor getting his own solo series. It looks like he just got his butt kicked, and he seems to be in prison on the cover. This is cover A, but Jason Aaron is back at Marvel writing another Marvel book. So, got to give Jason Aaron a try, whatever he decides to write. Should be good. Avengers was the only one that was kind of iffy when he wrote Avengers last time, but everything else he does is pretty gold. So, solo character story should be pretty solid. And no one's touched Namor in a while. I don't even know what he's doing. Where has he been?
He's been hanging out with dolphins and blowfishes.
The best kind. Blowfish.
A blowfish.
A blowfish.
Dangerous.
Let me see. Here we go. We've got Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 5. Greg Weisman, Humberto Ramos. Probably one of my favorite books I look forward to every month reading. If you guys haven't checked this one out, it's really good. Really, really good. The artwork's amazing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. The cover's nice. This is just regular cover A. Miles and Peter, this is their hangout book. They made time to hang out once a week or once a month, go get coffee together, and now they've run into trouble. They kind of let you know who the bad guys were. It was like Murder Arcade, that Murder World guy, Arcade and Mentalo, and then there's like Hammerhead have all kind of been plotting behind the scenes, and they're trying to figure out who they are. So they created this fake world where Peter's married to Gwen and Miles is dating Kamala Khan. And now that they've realized they're in this fake world, they're trying to get out of it. And they both come across robots that they had to fight that look like their loved ones after they defeated them. Now they've come across each other, and they both think that the other one is a robot. So now they're gonna duke it out. It's gonna be Miles versus Peter, and that the whole time the villains are trying to figure out their secret identities, and nobody says they can see their face, but nobody says their name while they're talking to them, so they keep getting pissed off. It's like nobody's like Peter Parker says his exact name to them. So it's like potentially Rock'em Sock'em robots, but they actually might be real, but they can see their faces. Wait. So they have the technology to make robot clones. There's a few holes in this story,
but they don't have the technology to do a facial recognition scan and I
guess. Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that. You poke some holes in my story.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah, they're literally we just need to figure out their secret identities.
It's a leaky bucket.
Oh yeah, Milt said Witchblade got rebooted today too.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you were thinking about getting that. It's they're starting over from the beginning. It's telling the story reboot. So I actually looked into that. Milt was thinking about grabbing one of those. But
Yeah, they have a lot of great covers. I mean, there's even a 1 in 1,000.
Yeah.
And there's like 1 in 100 J. Scott Campbell one that looks pretty dope.
Speaking of that, though, I was kind of hoping they would have done like a Turner throwback one. I didn't see that. And Rocketeer got a new book, and they didn't do a
Dave Stevens.
They didn't do a Dave Stevens
They
cover
did?
either. Yeah, which I was kind of surprised. Like,
Wow.
really? They couldn't do like a 1 in 25 Dave Stevens variant or something?
Yeah, break out the art book that he probably has
Yeah.
and just pick one of those and have someone re-illustrate it a little bit and make a brand new cover.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to that book a lot, Andrew. If I like the first issue, I'll get the second one. I'll tell you guys all about the Namor. Incredible Hulk, issue number 14. Daniel Warren Johnson, I want to say, Chris Klein? I don't know why I always forget his name. This book is totally flying under the radar for a lot of people. Obviously, we've had some good Hulk runs in the past, like Immortal Hulk, but a lot of people are liking this one a lot. It's a very quick read every time. Hulk's kind of just traveling the road, running into random big monsters. They're kind of like more grandioso than you would normally see, like kind of lesser gods and even stuff too. The Hulk's having to fight, and his traveling companion Charlie got turned into her soul got trapped in a doll, and she's been kind of a main character through the whole book. But now he's trying to get her soul back out of the doll, and it's been 3 issues or so, and he hasn't quite figured out. He's met up with some different people, like Dr. Voodoo, in order to figure out how to get to it, and it's leading him down these just different paths of fighting pretty big monsters. Like the mother of all, I think, is trying to take control of the Hulk body, I guess.
I'm just kind of happy that he's not turning into a ship anymore.
Yeah.
I thought that was so weird.
Matthew says Nick Klein. Yes, Nick Klein. That's the name. Nick Klein. Yeah, and Nick Klein's a very good like horror artist. So it's super gory, like the book and the way. I like this. This one's interesting too. When Hulk changes, he doesn't just like morph into it. It's like the Hulk body like rips out of him, like just shreds his like meat off as he like comes out. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, a little graphic.
Like his like teeth all like fall out, and as Hulk's face is like coming from out of his face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ew. It sounds a little painful.
It probably is, right?
Yeah, it's like the ultra mega form of Wolverine kind of pain tolerance. Except Wolverine, he just has to deal with 3 claws.
Yeah.
Hulk has to like deal with the whole like.
It's probably really painful, I would think.
Transformation.
In the movie, they're like, just do a lullaby, and he like gets all cool. No. Last but not least, before we get into the Ultimate, though, Princess picked up a very nice Gun Honey book. I cannot remember the artist.
Like him, honey.
Zach, do you know the artist?
No.
No. But beautiful cover. Careful, guys. I think the foil one was not that cheap. So, but
what?
It's a really nice cover. It's not a standard comic price on that one. Fantastic.
Always makes sense. What did I say that?
Ooh, yeah, nice and shiny. I think Princess got that one in the non-foil like a couple weeks ago or something like that. So they decided to come out with a foil one later. I've heard Gun Honey's pretty decent. I haven't read anything on that though. I was actually looking it up. There it is.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, that's the one. Does it say?
G Lim?
G Lim? No. G Lim? Oh.
Kunka?
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 Yeah, it's the same face she makes when someone says moist.
Moist.
Read at home. Yeah, there you go. All right. And the last book we got Ultimate X-Men. You gotta look through the book.
Just a second.
Ultimate X-Men number 5. Peach Momoko. Both story and artwork. I'll give you the quickest rendition of what's going on so far. But there's been some people complaining about this X-Men book, and totally fine if it's not your bag of tea. Very acceptable if you don't like it. It's growing on me a lot. I really thought like Spider-Man was like my number 1, and X-Men may be right up there with it. So give it a try if you haven't, but no big deal if you're not getting into the old Ultimate X-Men universe. But this is the most different by far, which is kind of interesting. And I think when Peach did that with Demon Days, a lot of people like that too, because you were trying to like guess which character is who as she's like pumping out the characters. Like she makes a character that's really similar to one that you like with the same name or a similar name, and you have to kind of like figure out which one it goes along with.
Yeah, now you're thinking this is the most you're making the most amount of sense I've ever heard you ever say. X-Men pretty great. Yeah, exactly.
It is pretty great. It is pretty good. But quick backstory: this Ultimate Universe is pretty new. It just started in 2024, and so all of this takes place in a separate universe, not in the regular 616. It's in a different one. This X-Men takes place in Japan, where the author is from Peach Momoko, and it follows a young girl who is based on another character from the other universe called Armor, and she has met a bunch of friends along the way, one of them that is a Storm type character, and they're figuring out what mutants are, where their place is in the world, and that's pretty much the gist of it. If you want to get more, though, info on this, we've done a review on every single book, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way, so definitely check it out if you haven't seen the other ones. It's pretty good. It's really good. So we'll bust right into it. Zach's going to give you his review.
Well, it looks like someone's getting bullied in the first 2 panels, and it looks like a flashback, and it shows a person on a phone, kind of gloomy, so it must have been his flashback of him being bullied. And he's hanging out on the rooftop with this lady that has green hair. Very stylish, very stylish.
Yeah, so the boy hanging out on there is, we've seen him before. That's the one we're thinking is like the Shadow King.
Mm-hmm.
He has like some kind of shadow powers. And the girl with the green hair we saw in the last book, which they named the character Surge in this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which we figured out is a character from New X-Men or New Mutants.
New X-Men.
Yeah.
She was also.
So she's an older character that they've revamped for this thing. So.
Yeah, and they're just talking. They almost seem like they're like, semi-villains, because they're talking about Himiko and Himiko. I think that's right. Hisako.
Yeah.
And Maystorm.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about that because there's like a feed on their phone. There's like, oh, they're mutants over here. It's like there's a lot going on. I don't know if they actually named them or if they're on someone's radar or not.
Hey, Ninjustice, what's up?
But he's saying, it's like, I'm not involved with this, but I know secrets. I was like, oh, secrets. I like secrets. Or at least that's what I'm thinking.
Which is funny because I think they're both kind of involved in it, but they didn't tell each other.
Yeah.
Like, he obviously knows about them, and she's the one that did the video recording. So, but they're like playing dumb to each other.
Yeah, and then he's like, all right. It's like, hopefully you work this summer. I got a call from my friend. I need to go, or I gotta go talk to my friend. But he didn't get a call. It's kind of weird. It's like, oh, I gotta go talk to my friend. See you later. Okay, whatever. And then the next scene, it's
hey Trace, what's up? How's it going?
Having a traumatic moment in her, I don't know. Apparently talking to Maystorm, but she's kind of creepy, and this maybe like a little bit in her mind. I don't know. And talking to the Shadow King or the Shadow Person, and he's like, oh, it's like, we need to be friends. This and that. That's all I want, be friends. But super creepy. And then, it's pretty creepy, because it's like this blob character just in her freaking head while she's in the room, kind of being part of this conversation with May and some lady that's apparently a psychic. Or something.
That's Nico. Yeah.
And they're investigating in this scene.
Oh, we're reading Ultimate X-Men issue 4. Going through the review on Ultimate X-Men issue 5. Princess got us covered.
So apparently Nico is using her psychic abilities to investigate her little charm that she has. That I believe it's called. Where is it? It's like a. Anyways, it's this charm. If I see it, I'll say it, or if Adam sees it. So this really cool charm that apparently gives her armor and everything, or at least initiated it. And so they're doing all this stuff.
Reading it for the articles.
She's using her candle and apparently a book. And
it's like she's gonna do a seance.
Yeah.
Armor has like this little like amulet that looks like the armor thing that goes around her body. And she holds it when she uses the power. So I guess they're trying to see if Nico can like figure out what this is using her psychic abilities.
And it's kind of implied a little bit that the Shadow King or whatever, that one kid that we're talking about in the first part of the book, somehow has a connection with her and that amulet, because it talks about it a little bit more in the story. But anyways, she's doing the seance and everything, and let's get some energy off of this, and so stuff starts trickling out of the amulet or charm, and she's like, oh, okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. So she takes her magnifying glass and like does like a little bit more investigating, and a magnifying glass actually explodes and cuts her face. Like, oh, okay. And then this like blob starts coming out of the freaking thing.
The smoke monster.
Smoke monster.
It's kind of like the smoke monster from Lost.
Yeah.
It like pops out.
And they're freaking out, and Nico takes the book and slams it on the creature. It's like, be gone! And it didn't quite work. And now she's getting up, and the creature's trying to get out underneath the book to attack these kids.
Yeah.
And Nico takes her magnifying glass and sticks her hand out, and he's like, ah! And it grows in size like a staff, which kind of connects who she actually is a little bit.
Yeah, because doesn't Nico in Runaways have like a big magical staff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes her like really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a staff of like one. The staff
that
of
sounds
one?
right. Yeah, staff of one.
Something like that. And it points the staff at the creature, and the creature disappears. Like, oh, do more of that, please.
Yeah, it's kind of like this whole scene where like three kids get together to do a Ouija board, and then they accidentally like summon a ghost, and then they're like, oh crap, we gotta deal with this ghost. Yeah. That's kind of like what the scene is like. It seems like. Yeah. And they're like, hey, you got powers? I got powers? Like, oh, okay.
And during this whole thing, she's talking about her grandmother doing research on this cult, or does this research on stuff very, very loosely. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, oh, also got the magnifying glass from my grandmother. And then she goes into a little bit more of the grandmother's research about this blood cult.
Yeah, like a blood cult. Which I'm wondering if that's like the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants or something like that.
Yeah.
Or if that's what's going to be.
the Hellfire Club.
Oh, Hellfire Club. That'd be a good one. So they have like a special symbol that they use that's like their symbol, and that's what they find out is actually on her little amulet as well. The symbol's like on there.
Yeah, exactly. So now we jump to another scene, and it's with Serge in a room on a bed with Aminori. There you go.
Something like that.
And she's on a bed with older gentleman, and this is when we find out that's her name.
Oh, Serge, yeah. So we see the same green-haired girl again. Yeah, this part was weird. Yeah.
She has a scar on her leg, and the older gentleman asked if I could touch it, and she didn't like that. So she fries his brain and takes the cash. Like his tooth breaks off, blood's coming out of his eyes.
She's some kind of prostitute, because she does say that he was supposed to pay her for her time, but like, not like any kind of like touchy stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that was supposed to entail.
I think it's maybe like the verbal, like, hey, aren't you a bad man? And I'm going to tell.
But yeah, she does the classic, like, oh, you pervy, kind of, and then melts his brain.
Yeah, and then melts his brain and takes money out of his wallet.
Escort. Oh yeah, they like the word
pretty
escort.
Pretty standard, really. And then she like leaves, like nothing happened. Like, oh well, one less customer. And now she's eating gum and she spits out a poster. And I've heard a lot of people in Japan don't like doing that because they are very clean. So
all right, Mike.
That's kind of unlike Japanese people to like just spit gum on a freaking poster or something. Like, oh, it's kind of dirty. And then they pass May and Hisako and Nico, and they're like, oh, that girl looks like fun, but they're not the good kind of fun.
Yeah,
like,
trouble.
Okay. Yeah, okay. And they're talking more about the secret society and how the Amori, or whatever that charm was called, had a little marking of the society thing on the back of it, or inside of it. That's pretty cool. And talk more about a grandmother doing research on it, and Nicole called them the group, the secret cult group that the grandmother was researching, Homo Superior.
Yeah.
AKA mutants.
Yeah. They're trying to find all the other Homo superiors and then have them join the cult. And you get to see that the boy who is the Shadow King type character or whatever, it looks very similar to Shadow King. He's part of the cult. So he goes into this building and like goes in like whatever they're getting ready to pray to that symbol that's like on the wall. Hey Warlord, what's up, buddy?
And they suggest, hey Warlord, and they suggest that, oh, we need to have our other friends be a part of this group, which also kind of maybe suggests that they might also be mutants, maybe?
The rest of the people in the group?
Yeah.
Oh, these ones. Yeah, it's weird. So at the very end of the book, it's just Nico and Maystorm, and they're like, hey, if we're going to have to fight this whole cult of people, we're going to need a group. And they're like, well, what should we call the group? And they say, like, we should call it X-Team. I don't know why they brought up the word X, but then eventually they get to the point where they're like, maybe we should call ourselves X-Men. And you're like, oh, that sounds cool.
I think it was like Secret Society of the X-Men.
Yeah, Secret Society of X-Men. She's like, drop the Secret Society. We'll just call it X-Men. But at the bottom, she's like, hey, tell your other two friends and Armor they should join the team. And you just get to see this little tidbit. It's like one girl's wearing bunny ears or cat ears.
Mm-hmm.
So that maybe that's Shadow Cat, and then the other girl has an eye patch. So like, would that be like male Cyclops or female Cyclops?
Or
she only has one eye.
Or female Cable, because maybe she has a robot eye.
Oh yeah, maybe I don't know. So they added 2 more characters in. We got a little more of the story, but I think overall, what'd you think?
I think it was a pretty solid story. There was a lot of writing in this one, I feel, compared to the other ones.
Which some people I thought didn't like that there wasn't enough writing in the other ones too.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It was more writing. There was a lot of development, and I liked a lot of development. I wish there was a little bit of auction, but
sold.
At the same time, it's gonna come. It's gonna come later. So it's kind of a nice little build-up story. I'd say it's pretty solid. I'd say it's a 3.9. I won't give it a 4.
There you go.
But 3.9 out of 5.
Did you like this one, Princess? It's okay. I think Princess said she was a little confused. She was really expecting, I guess, to learn who the Shadow King was, or a little more backstory on it, and like maybe I thought as well too. The story did hop around a lot too. You're like kind of following Surge, and then you're following the trio of girls, and back to Surge, and then back to the trio of girls, and then they kind of meet up at the end, which was cool. But some of the names are a little confusing to like follow. It's a lot more manga style though, so that's probably why it's actually enjoyable. I still like this one a lot though. Still giving it like a solid 3.5. I'm hoping to see with this team together and them actually like fight villains, which I think Surge is actually like a good guy in the comics, the regular comics. So interesting villain in this, or maybe she'll join the X-Men.
You know, Rogue was a villain at first, and then she joined the X-Men.
Yeah,
and then she started dating Gambit, and then had a fling with Magneto, and stuff.
The Phoenix book came out. Okay, good. Like you're saying, the Phoenix book is good. That's part of the From the Ashes series. So the Phoenix #1 came out. I've heard some. I still have not read the X-Men book. I'm probably going to do that tonight. But I heard like mixed reviews on X-Men #1. So we'll have to see if that one's any good. Everyone but Zach somewhat confused. Not a good endorsement. Yeah, it happens. We'll see. Zach made it through. That's kind of the joy though, a little bit of reading these. That way you can like. I feel like I understand it a little bit better after talking with the team about it. So it's nice with that. Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So, I think that's all we got for you today, guys. A quick and easy show. Like I said, super chill. Whenever want to get out there, enjoy the sun. If it's got any left. We still have a lot of sun left, but I'm sure it's like 9:39 at some of your guys' places right now, which maybe you still have that late night summer sun, right?
Late night summer sun.
Yeah. But as always, guys, do us a huge favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you always know when things are going down. We got a brand new show for you on Monday. Zach is cooking it up for you in the back kitchen right now, getting ready. So be ready for the Monday show. And as always, guys, Zach, you got anything special?
Yeah, sure. How you do that is you have to go to your local bar and you gotta go get those wings. You gotta get those wings, those Thursday wings. No, I'm just talking about myself. I've been thinking about them lately. But yeah, you gotta go to your local eatery when they have a special eating night. And go out with your friends, go out with your family, the ones that you like, and have a sit down and have a great meal, couple drinks, maybe a couple too many drinks. And that's how you get those, familiar games. Friend games, familiar games. You have a good old time. Everybody should have that.
Good one. Wing night, guys.
Wing night.
Until we
For
see you
example.
next time, stay safe. Remember,
Nom nom nom. Get those games.
don't choke on no wings.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not what they're meant for. Alright. Time to say
Bye, guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming out, hanging out. Awesome Wednesday.
later.